Alright guys, let me know how everything sounds. I think this is probably about the best it's gonna get, so. I can turn the volume up a little bit louder, I don't know how that sounds.
Welcome everybody to our Genlock update show. A very happy Wednesday it is for us
Genlock
out here
update show,
on the
that's
Evil Mojo
really
team
generic.
and
I thought they
everyone
would
in
call it
chat.
something
I am
else.
your host and community manager, Romanova, and I am joined today by Nico, and some of you may remember from other shows that we've had, B-Jack, who is our animator. Say hello, everyone.
Cool. Hey, everyone. Glad to be here.
Who's the new guy?
I am ready.
Who's this?
Jump into it.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, with the other Kevin,
the
other Kevin quit.
Hope
that's why we got this new guy.
We don't get too many Nico puns right off the bat. But we'll get into that later. So as you folks know, we have a lot of content to get through today. There are a lot of changes coming as well with balance. We're gonna because we only have so much time for this show, we're gonna go over at first the hunt, and we're gonna go over the first 5 that we think are some of the priority for bug fixes. You know, the team is always working on that. Always. Great QA team that we have. So we're going to go through about 5, but remember, when you look at the update notes, there's big old list.
Remember, guys, too, I'm going to be doing a patch notes breakdown probably
first one
later.
That we're going to go over is there's a issue.
So everything they don't show us on
the
stream, I'm still going to be talking about probably still.
We continuously scroll back down to newly sent messages if the player scrolled up to the lobby chat for any reason. I know chat bugs can be very annoying, so this sounds like a great fix. I definitely don't want that happening.
There's not really much worth talking about here either. Like this shit's just expected.
It is Dunzo in this new update coming. We additionally fixed some issues with players getting into annoying, permanently falling states when colliding with certain areas on Frog Isle. I know Frog Isle has given us some trouble, folks, since our revamp, but seems like the polish is getting better and better every time when these things
permanently
arise.
falling state when colliding with certain areas on the Frog Isle map.
We'll keep rolling here. We got Androxus.
Not sure which bug that was.
Androxus. We fixed an issue where Androxus's quick draw card would heal him when he hits shield and deployables with his revolver weapon. Now, Kevin, you're a designer. Do you have anything to say about Mr. Androxus over here? I know.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
So effects like that where, consistently we want to be able to have what's going to happen with certain types of effects. So things like the quick draw card.
I mean, if that was the case with quick draw card, like that would have been one reason to actually run the quick draw card. Otherwise, it's garbage. They just made the card significantly pretty much useless.
Everything is as consistent as possible for
I didn't even know that was a thing.
So this one, we'll hit Andro a little bit, but this is a bug fix, yeah.
Excellent. And after Androxus, one other important one that we're going to go into is Genos. I've been playing a lot of Genos actually lately myself, so this one interested me. Fixed an issue where Genos' ultimate through time and space would sometimes fail to do damage even when the visual effect indicated it would.
Oh yeah. That's one thing that
with,
is a huge bug on him. You guys have seen that on stream many times. I hit somebody point blank and they don't take damage. There you go. Finally fixed that.
Like death cylinder. And the VFX were
so
one way.
It wasn't me. It was actually a bug.
Essentially, the size of that death cylinder was not quite lined up with the VFX. So this should be more consistently like if you see the VFX, and it should theoretically hit you in the death cylinder. This will more consistently do that.
Okay, Good. That's a good fix. I like that one. And last but not least, before we move on to design and balance, we're going to talk about a fix for Ceres, where Ceres' ultimate convergence could pull players through the map at a specific location in ice mines. Ooh, that would be the worst to handle, especially if you're... It's one thing if it happens in a casual match, but it would be even worse if it was happening in a ranked match to you. And it just... I mean, it's great for your team if you're the one with Ceres, but, you know, because you're pulling the whole enemy team through a map, but great fix. So, shout out. I assume that has to do with a lot of collision.
Or how much you guys want to bet that they completely screw up balancing for this patch?
A little bit of help in there, you know, on
how much you guys want to bet?
But as you folks know, the update
how many bad
notes,
balance decisions are they going to make for this patch?
Right now,
let's find out.
Paladins.com/news /genlock-update-notes. And you'll be able to look at the full list of bug fixes at the very bottom of that. But it's time for Nico's big forte here, where we're going to go into design and balance. So, Nico, this first part, okay, this is really exciting for many people at home. They've been asking for this for a while. I know we've even heard the AOC ask for this. I know we've been saying this would be a nice change internally. So, we have, for ranked updates, 3 bans coming in this update. 3.
Well, one addition.
Finally, guys. Yeah. Finally. It took them 4.5 ranked seasons to give us 3 bans and up to 50 champions in the game. This should have been something in Season 3.
Both teams have 3 picks, 1 more ban per team, and then you run through the rest of the draft. So this is something that a lot of people have been asking for. We felt it was an appropriate time right now to do that, and we hope this will help as we keep expanding our roster of champions.
It took us getting to 50 champions, guys, to finally get us 3 bans and ranked per side.
A little bit more opportunity for
that's what it took.
Strategy, especially since the 3rd ban is not just at the start. And then speaking of the other ranked update, we actually have since the previous map rotation was updated in the previous patch. Just want to keep you guys in the loop. We plan to keep the current map rotation in effect for the duration of Split 2. So we are not changing the map rotation with
same ranked maps for the next split as well. Oh gosh, that's going to get old real quick.
So for each of these, I'll give you a little bit of a chance to give some dev commentary on this. But first, the balance change that we're going to talk about is with Genos, his ability Luminary. So his
Genos,
old
guys.
One, it looks like it says allies were affected by your Astral Mark, deals 10% increased weapon damage. Now, I'll give
Luminary's getting reworked. Finally.
Sure, yeah. So I'll preface this entire kind of like section as we're starting off with the big ticket changes first. The next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 topics of conversation are all talent reworks for the mid-season patch. There are actually additional ones that we wanted to get in. We didn't quite have enough time to do so, but you may see a couple more as we go on later in the year. This first one for Genos Luminary, as Rose
finally has a talent he can actually heal a team with. This is great. I love this.
All allies already affected by Astral Mark are healed for a additional burst heal when you use Astral Mark. So you can mark 3 different people, and then when you hit that 4th mark, all 3 of those people will get that burst of healing. So part of that
so
is,
if you have multiple marks on people already, it affects everybody. That's what he's saying. So if you mark somebody, you mark them again, everybody gets a 250 burst heal.
Healing-focused champion. The other thing I'll say before we move on to the other things, Romanova, is
that's really good.
All the changes on these update note shows, but especially for the mid-season, especially for talent reworks, we really need your guys' help. We need feedback. As you go in PTS and you play these changes, please do let us know what you think.
Looking forward to trying that. I really am.
For all of these, we hope you enjoy them. So, anyway.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, next one. Talking about healers. Going with Furia. I know we have had some people in the AOC who saw this early, really excited about this.
Solar Blessing.
Solar Blessing is getting some changes. Old is when the Pyre Strike comes in contact with an ally, it will stop and heal anyone in its beam for 150.
Wow.
Or 0.05 seconds. Also
Holy
reduces
shit,
the speed
guys.
of Pyre Strike by 30%. Now the new is refiring Pyre Strike stops it in place. Any ally in its beam is healed for 100 every 0.05 seconds. So slight nerf there, right, Nico?
Yeah, a little bit of nerf
Like
to the
100
healing numbers
healing is
itself.
still
You'll
insane. Every
see that this is
0.05
a
seconds.
lot of healing very quickly. The big
That's
thing
still
with this
insane.
change is it puts a lot more control in the hands of the Furia player.
I cannot wait to play these healer changes so far. 2 good balance changes back to back.
The upside,
wow, guys, they're on a roll. That's surprising.
Is that you are able to know when you can stop it. You control when you stop the beam. And that puts a lot more power in Solar Blessing Furia's ability to keep it where it needs to be, kind of thing.
So now instead of having to skill shot her beam, you can stop it anywhere in place by refiring the ability, and it just heals a little bit less.
As well. So
it heals 50 less.
Head in game, yeah. Show this off real quick.
Oh, they're even going to show us in game. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Our cameraman, probably like some players, including myself for a few matches, is showing off how potentially difficult it is to actually get it exactly where you want to. No longer can you just toss it.
I mean, still, even if you zoom it through somebody, you can still stop it, like, even off of somebody, and they can walk into it and get fully healed. So that's still really
quick
good.
With that refire.
I think that just made Furia like 20 times better.
Oh, that's nice, though.
She's still really good. Like, even right now, that just made her 20 times better.
Since you do have more control with Solar Blessing, and it still does deal damage to enemies, we will be monitoring both its functionality as the healing beam and as it deals damage.
Yeah, and I think, too, one thing that the people who like to play Furia, for instance, in the AOC, were excited about when we actually showed this change is a lot of people didn't want just to only see, like, Solar Blessing Furias out there. You know, like, they want to see a variety in play styles, so this gives more options to not only still playing this, but playing other different versions of Furia that you customize. So
that's really cool.
Move on,
wow,
folks.
Bro, they're two for two. Can we make it 3 for 3 balance-wise? Two great balance changes.
Atlas getting a change with Unstable Fissure. The old is activating Second Chance, leaves behind an Unstable Fissure that explodes after 3 seconds, dealing 1,000 damage. And the new is activating Second Chance, also rewinds the enemy for 40 units.
They're reworking Unstable Fissure.
Yeah, so this one's potentially a little bit of a spicy one, but I think Unstable Fissure as a talent was fairly underutilized, and so this is essentially using the mechanic that is unique to Atlas, is that rewind, giving it a little bit more of an option if you want to get in there, sacrifice your movement ability to potentially reset other allies or other enemies within a small radius around you. One thing to note is this isn't a particularly large effect. Obviously, we want feedback on this, but you'll need to be pretty close to enemies to rewind them. We could even tweak necessarily the numbers between, for example, setback and the Second Chance rewind. So we'll have feedback on this one as well, but this is just another option.
I mean, Unstable Fissure was garbage anyways, so them reworking it into something new doesn't really do anything. I'd rather have a new talent than having Unstable Fissure because it's still garbage.
Keep moving on here. We got
anything is good for Atlas.
Here.
Anything.
Fernando,
I'll take it. They're 3 for 3.
Formidable and Aegis. I don't know if I said that right. I always say stuff really weird sometimes. Aegis. I don't know. You're the grammar police here, Kevin, so you can always tell me when I say something wrong.
Don't worry,
but Formidable, old is heals for 55% of your maximum health over 3 seconds. When you fall to or below 40% of your maximum health, this can occur every 45 seconds. The new is you now have 2 charges of charge. Each charge deals an additional 100 damage, and you are CC immune while charging, but the cooldown of charges increased to 13 seconds.
I don't know what this does. What does this do?
My goodness.
They're reworking Formidable into something that's based off your charge.
Kind of give any commentary here on here. Aegis old, your shield has infinite duration and its cooldown
and they're reworking
is reduced by 4
Aegis.
seconds. And the new is your shield now uses a resource that regenerates over time instead of using a cooldown. Very interesting change there.
Yes. So our
that's actually really cool, though.
While in some instances it was useful. In general, effects that, even if they're impactful, effects that occur once every 45 seconds, once every whatever, large chunks of time, end up not feeling as good. So with both of these changes, we're hoping to provide both a valuable playstyle for Fernando and do it in an interesting way. So for Formidable itself, I probably put the word charge in there more than one too many times, but having 2 charges of charge, we'll go with use. We'll go with use. 2 uses of charge. Each charge deals a little bit more additional damage. I think one of the things, though, is you are CCing while charging, so that's a big kind of utility thing. But the cooldown of charge is increased slightly. So this is another one of those that we're gonna need feedback. I mean, all of these, right? I said before, we're gonna need feedback on. We're gonna need feedback from players. But like I said, we hope that these provide an interesting change to some of these playstyles.
I think Fernando's at least solid right now. Like this change to Aegis just makes him even better. There's no way you can go wrong with this. It just makes him that much better. He's going to feel a lot better to play.
As I'm sure some of you will point out, to other shield mechanics, Khan, for example. But putting a different take on how a shield is deployed, especially with the resource.
Your shield now uses a resource that regenerates.
For example, when you bring it down, when you put it back up, resource management versus cooldown management. So we're hoping that this again provides just a different way, a different organic way to play.
I mean, it's going to make them feel a lot better. That's what it's going to do.
I just saw,
it's always better playing around
Brett,
a resource than a cooldown.
If there's anything that you have to say, you can totally chime in. But I know we're not going to be able to really shut you up once we get into the skin stuff, since you're an animator and you worked the most on a lot of those pieces in there. So chat, you'll get to hear his lovely voice soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just here to listen to Bunny version of Kevin explain all the balance changes that I've been getting correct at in playtests.
Nico. Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna go into Barrick.
They're going through them all today, guys. They're going through everybody. I think the only one they haven't touched is Ash.
New name, etc. Go ahead and take
They're
it away.
Reworking Architectonics.
All right, I got it. I just realized I should rename myself to like Donnie Darko or something. I'm really running that bunny suit vibe. Anyway, so Barrick, the only change with a new name actually for the talent reworks.
Bro, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I loved Architectonics. Is currently on the chopping block in favor of more turrets. So the old Architectonics increased the damage of your turrets by 20%. And reduce their cooldown by 2 seconds. The new Architectonics, or the new Forge Fire rather, is your ultimate Dome Shield. Now costs 35% ultimate charge and places a small mini flamethrower turret with modified values, modified damage and range, obviously, and no Dome Shield. You can have 2 turrets active at once for a total of up to 4 turrets, 2 normal, 2 flamey, and so this is called Forge Fire. It's replacing Architectonics.
That's really weird.
Again, this is.
I don't know what this is going to do for Barrick. I don't know.
It's trying to.
Do not be surprised, guys, if you see like a new off-tank, like flank type damage type Barrick.
Provides a lot of space control, a lot of potential damage.
Throwing turrets in your back line or some shit.
It's kind of wild. I think we actually have this one in game as well, so we can show that off. But
let's take it away.
They're even going to show us in game.
Essentially, kind of similar to the Eevee Ultimate talent as well. But this one, no more shield, no more defensive capabilities. But
so it's pretty much a turret without a dome shield. That's what it is.
I'm going to show it off. Taking down poor Fernando. Fire. Talk about fighting fire with fire.
Woo! That's hot.
How much does that do? It pretty much does the same amount of damage Fernando does. So the damage numbers aren't really that insane.
But,
did you have any animation?
It's pretty much a Fernando that's stationary.
No, I think programming actually had just a really good way of getting this working without really needing any art asset changes, which made it super efficient. But playtesting against all these Barrick testing was a lot of fun to get melted by.
I don't know, I can see this being really good on like the closed maps like Timber Mill and or not really Timber Mill, like Bright Marsh and like
we have a lot to get
some of the maps that you're kind of forced to play around like
we'll try and get through
in like
these ones
closed
pretty
spaces.
quickly here. Nico, Brett,
Ascension Peak, that would probably be really good on Ascension Peak.
First being Haven. We have a new item called Guardian, which I believe, is it replacing Blast Shields? Right?
Well,
and
yeah,
well,
a brand new item from the item shop, guys. Holy shit, they got the new shit.
Again, real quick, with like so that's the end of the talent reworks for this patch. You may see some coming later. As we move into item changes, there are some beefy ones.
They nerfed Haven,
and I encourage everyone to please feel free to give your thoughts and feedback, but go ahead and also try them out. Before we jump to too many conclusions. So, the first item change we have is Haven. So, we are baking Blast Shields into Haven, and the new Haven is reducing both direct and AoE damage by a smaller scaling percentage of 6 instead of 7.
So, they're combining both Haven and Blast Shields into one item now.
Does not exist anymore.
They're deleting Blast Shields.
And we wrote dev commentary. Actually, that's something I forgot to mention at the start of the
show.
We wrote
really weird.
We did a good job on
commentary on these patch notes because I know that a lot of people feel that it's valuable, and I agree with them that we are able to communicate why we do certain things, or at least have that discussion. So if you want a little bit of the behind the scenes, check out the dev commentary and the patch notes. But the TLDR on this one is that it is addressing a number of concerns regarding clarity of types of attacks, making space for different item changes that we want to make, I mean,
if it means they're going to put new items in the item store, I'm fine with that.
Absolutely. So, and then Guardian,
item store needs desperate updates.
Item, and it increased the effectiveness of the shield you create. This does not affect card or passive generated shields, and the cost is 300. Pretty exciting new one
Guardian
to try out. Definitely gonna have
increases
to try that on
the
PTS
effectiveness of shields you create.
Playing on the PTS,
so all the tanks can have up to 21% more effective shields.
We always aim to. We can't promise because there's always unexpected things. But yeah. And then the last one is Veteran.
As if tanks weren't already really strong.
It will increase your base maximum health by 4, 8, and 12, which looks like a slight nerf, or maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken, but an increased cost.
So
and they're reworking Veteran.
I'm not as much of an item buff as the rest of you.
No worries. Let me run through both of those real quick. So Guardian, the new blue defensive item, increases the effectiveness of shields you create. This doesn't affect card or passive generated shields, so putting a shield on an ally with Fury or right click, for example, is not going to be affected by that. This all complements the other item changes that we have as far as balance goes. We are increasing the scaling value of Record, for example. So that's the new item, Guardian, that is replacing Blast Shields, is increasing the effectiveness of shields you create. This item, Veteran, is also traditionally underused, although I guess if you're Yalgaroth mains, this is something that you would pick pretty frequently as the Rolly Worm. So sorry. But Veteran was traditionally underused and underperforming. So this is essentially, rather than increasing the health regeneration per second when you're out of combat, this is increasing your base maximum health by 4% scaling. Obviously, numbers can change, so don't necessarily go, oh my gosh, that's too little, that's too much health. But this is providing a different way to increase survivability than, for example, the new Haven. And should, along with the rest of the item changes and item balances, allow for a more diverse and viable set of items from the item store in a given match.
I can see this being really buggy too.
So
how does this work? Does it only increase when you're out of combat, but when you're getting shot at, your health goes back down to the normal amount? Or do you have the entire
we're wrapping up
extra
balance,
health
folks.
the entire time that you buy a Veteran now? Or does it only proc when you're out of combat? They're not clearing off.
I can totally see why some changes kind of needed to be made. So totally get it. But we are gonna hop right into the next section here of the. That wasn't actually meant to be a bunny pun.
Is that all the balance? Is that really all the balance?
But we are bringing back the bounty store.
That's all the balance? There has to be more than that.
A lot of you, especially
there has to be more balance than that.
Social account,
they balance 3 of the tanks, 2 of the healers.
Always been asking when's the bounty store going to come back. Well, it is finally coming back, and we have Twitch drops coming as well for this.
They only balance like
now,
5
to
champions.
And,
like the entire game
I'll
needs
allow
balancing.
The guys to kind of chime
you can't
in
tell me
here
that's
too.
all the balance.
I'm gonna just summarize this because this full information, because we have so much to get through and so little time. Basically, it's coming back. Players will be able to still purchase bounty skins with bounty coins.
Bounty store, who cares?
There will be more skins.
It's a
sale.
buggy piece of
Each
shit.
skin will
who
be
cares?
on sale for the same 3-day window, but we'll keep a rotating stock of 3 skins, staggered such that 1 skin will change each day. There will also be a bounty store event exclusive. Now, what this means is, in addition to the players, this is for the players who purchase an event pass or crossover pass only. There will be a slot of a character that if you own the current event pass or crossover pass, you purchase that, you have a chance to get this specific skin each update. Only if you purchase the pass. So, something to look out for. We'll show the skin later that will be available as the event pass exclusive. Well, crossover pass.
All right, guys. So the update notes are actually live right now.
Twitch
so
drops,
if you want to go check
to
out the update notes, they're actually live on the
you will
site.
be able to link your account to Twitch and on approved, and for watching a Paladins on approved streaming channels, so channels that have the drop set up for like certain favorite streamers, etc., that have this. Every time you view, you'll gain 5 bounty coins for every 4 hours of streaming.
Spoiler, guys, we got a bunny,
it's a nice way
beach
to earn
bunny
extra
limited
stuff,
skin
our
for
first time doing Twitch drops. So I don't know, Nico, what do you have to say about this, Brett? I'm just excited. I've been wanting us to have Twitch drops for so long, so I'm really excited about this.
Go ahead, Brett.
I was just gonna say, like, there's a lot of times.
Also, a
just,
spoiler
like,
that the new event pass is going to cost 750 fucking crystals. There you go. I told you guys they were going to increase the price because they're scumbags.
I've actually been
there you go.
Getting back into playing fairly regularly with a few buddies of mine, and I'm trying to refigure out the meta and certain builds and picks and everything. So I've been watching streams throughout the day and just kind of getting a good sense of the meta of the game right now. And yeah, Twitch drops would definitely be handy to make use of all that time that I'm spending watching streamers.
Oh yeah, and it's just an extra way for everyone to earn these bounty coins that are coming back, and there will be additional chances to earn coins as well. We never want people to
I'm ready. I'm just trying to look for the balance. Like, there is so much patch notes, guys. There is so much.
Given the total option of watching ads in game to earn.
We got a new Vatu skin as well.
Rewards.
Vatu's getting his first skin.
You probably have a few questions about that, and to be upfront, these ads are completely optional. Players that would like to earn rewards via this new feature will just click the Earn Free Rewards button on the home menu and opt in for an ad to start playing. If you don't opt in, you'll never see an ad, and Paladins, and your Paladins experience will be the same as always. We will never add forced or unskippable ads in Paladins ever. That is like something we exaggerated in these update notes there. As well as
there actually is more balance, guys. They did not go over. There's a bunch more balance. There's a ton more balance. There's about 5 pages worth of balance.
And if you watch an ad, you will always receive an award. So really nice way.
There's about 5 pages worth of balance.
It's there.
They got some for Kinessa. There's a bunch more.
Adding more ways to get more free stuff. I love being able to just give back.
Ness is getting some balance. They're actually balancing Cauterize. Cauterize is getting a buff up to 80%.
This is entirely opt-in.
Wrecker's getting buffed up to 90%.
If you never want to see anything of the system, then you never will. So it's not.
Bulldozer's getting a huge buff.
You log in and suddenly you have 5 different pop-ups on your.
You guys do not want to miss my patch breakdown. There's so much shit to talk about.
Nope, completely optional, and you'll never see it again if you opt out. So, limited time modes, though, we are going to go into that next. Not a big update here with that, but the Genlock patch update will feature 6 unique and 2 previously popular modes that will rotate throughout the patch cycle.
I actually think there's more than 5 pages worth. Holy shit, there's a ton of balance.
From midnight Friday until 8 a.m. Monday Eastern.
Alright, well, I'm going to shut up and
some
watch
of the previews is we have one called Pick Any, where in celebration of Paladin's 50th champion, we're letting you pick whatever champion you want. Teammate already picked them? No problem. Play 5 Groks. If it makes you happy, this sounds like... Okay, hold up. This sounds like Nico, like you wrote this. It says, mo totems, mo problems. Am I right there? Okay, yes, that is a Nico line. I knew it. But yeah, so pick any. It's going to be our celebration.
The Church of Grover is coming back.
Like, there's so much stuff. I might actually have to do multiple videos. So I don't know if I can do everything in one video. That's how much patch notes there actually is.
Versus Hunter. HVH? Okay. Anyways, two gunslingers stand on opposite ends of each other. In the blink of an eye, two guns are drawn. When the dust settles, only one of the former comrades in arms will be left standing. Will it be the Hand of Justice, or will it be the Godslayer? You decide in a gun-blazing game mode.
Andro versus Lex.
So, with that being said, though, we can finally get in to our first crossover pass featuring Rooster Teeth's Genlock. So if you didn't get to see the trailer on Summer Games Fest, we got it here for you now, and we're going to take a look at it before we go into these skins and see them in game. So take it away, production. I love listening to that song. So when we found out about this, I started watching the anime myself. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. You can watch it, I believe, on Crunchyroll. So if you haven't checked it out yet, folks at home, definitely go do it. It has a great voice acting cast as well. With this pass, though, just to let everyone know, this includes a lot of content as well as 5 total skins this time for the crossover. So there is a lot more work that went into this, especially with having to basically, I guess, Brett, you can probably elaborate on this, like change up some of the sizing and everything to fit like Yasmin on Lex.
Just so you guys know, too, they increased the cost of the event pass. We may have 5 skins, but it costs 750 gems now. They almost doubled the price.
This will be
and that's not even all the skins. That's only half of the skins for 750. If you want them all, you gotta pay 1,500.
This pass will be able to be purchased for 750 crystals.
High-res are a bunch of fucking scumbags.
Also purchase a buy all option though for 1,500 and get everything, all the content in it instantly without having to worry about leveling it up. So let's look at the splash art here first for Cammy Maeve, who will be your instant unlock.
This one's awesome. I love all of them, but I think Cammy's my favorite.
I liked her so much in the anime because she just kind of reminds me of me, like, you know, really fun, quirky, but then a total, like, sassy kind of potty mouth in a way, you know? So she got a lot of attitude, and it's really fun to see. And now we don't have the exact same voice actress who you may recognize from certain really famous shows. The one that was in the anime.
I'm all for a new Maeve skin. This looks great.
The thing that I love is
just show me it in game. That's what I want to see. I love the new Maeve skins.
These specific characters in our game, we did a really good job with the audio casting, matching them up. So let's go and take a look at her in game.
Oh man, she looks great. Nice.
Go ahead and talk about this a little bit, Brett, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, when Genlock was first announced, great. I remember just looking through comments on social, and I feel like Cammy was probably one of the most. This was like before the roster of 5 were announced, but I feel like Cammy was one of the ones that people were really hoping would end up as part of this.
Wow, bro! Look at those daggers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maeve too, and her weapons,
Those
and really
look
all
great.
of their weapons are so incredibly
Every single
awesome.
Maeve skin, guys, no matter how many Maeve skins we get, just keep in mind that they knock it out of the park every time she gets a skin. At least recently.
Yeah,
her last
I'm
3
really
skins have been absolutely
for
insanely
all the
good.
things that we did with this crossover
Every
pass.
time
I mean,
it's
we have,
somehow better than they
30
last.
levels instead of the 24.
I'm not going to complain about that at all.
We have custom, custom weapon work we did. Obviously, we did that.
Look at that alt.
Custom alt effects, custom effects for this skin and for others. The voice actors did fantastic
that looks
work.
Great.
It just really turned out very well.
Yeah, I'm like, hopefully a lot of these skins inspire people to go and watch the show. I know it was really awesome getting to watch some of this stuff, but really they're just awesome skins anyways. And like, if there was opportunities on the art team to do things that were a step up from anything we've done on previous skins for the 5 characters picked here.
Oh yeah, this the ultimate on her was like one of my favorites, just because she's a hacker. This character's a hacker, folks. She's
I cannot wait to play this.
Very
I really
true
can't.
character in the show, and then she does the override when she's doing her ultimate. This is awesome.
Show us some of the voice lines.
So, yeah, let's go check in some of her voice lines. Miss Sassy Scottish Queen here.
Good luck. Enjoy. You're a badass. You're a badass. Yeah, I'm not bad. Hell,
So good.
can't say I'm crazy about trusting my brain to a piece of tech that killed a man right in front of us. It does do something besides kill us, am I right? You're a badass.
I love it. I like that she actually cusses.
I don't need mods to deal with
we
you.
can get away with so many, I guess, for T for Teen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go. But with that being said, we took a look at her, and we are going to go into our level 12 unlock, which is Valentina Canessa. So, this was another really interesting character. A Russian voice actress for this, and yeah, they crushed it. I really enjoyed this character. Also, the gun doesn't do it justice.
The Canessa skin. This looks great too.
It is huge once we get in game, folks. Huge.
Yeah, compared to like other Canessa skins where the gun collapses when you're unscoped, Valentina's gun stays extended in its full rifle form the entire time, which is awesome. It makes the gun just truly immense on the screen, and I think this skin was actually probably one of the ones that had the most animation work on. Their hair got extremely detailed model on the hair. We got new rigs, making sure the new gun both
I'm
screen
sick
space
of looking
that
at
it
the
took
splash
up
art. All I really want to see is how they look in game. I don't care about the splash art. The splash art we've already seen. We've seen the splash art multiple times already. Just show us in game.
See,
oh, there we go.
I told you.
That looks
She's
fucking
bringing out
great.
the big guns.
Massive rifle.
Looks great.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Like, I know there's people that are sick of Canessa getting
big ammunition.
Large
Look how
ammo.
badass this looks. You cannot. This might be probably her best skin to date. This is probably 100% her best skin.
No escape.
That's just awesome. I think before this skin, I hadn't really played a lot of Canessa, and this skin is just so cool. I started playing.
Definitely my personal favorite Canessa skin.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the effects on these.
Again, we see that custom UI as well, which is very nice.
Looks like we have a slight delay on audio on the production side, but it doesn't. It's not the in-game folks there, so. But let's go in and take a look here at her voice lines.
Cloaking tech makes me modern Houdini. Now you don't see me. Now you're dead. Don't die.
I don't know why the quality of the stream just dipped. What was that? Why can't it itself? That's the stream itself, guys. That's not me. I don't know what that is.
Which is Victor Chase, which is your level 18 unlock, and this one is free to all who play the game once you get to level 18 in the free
I don't know
trial,
why it looks so
well.
bad. That's the stream, guys.
Yeah, something that's kind of cool about all of these. Something you'll notice with all these voice actors is that we tried our best to be true to form. So where other skins
it still
or other,
looks kind of grainy. I don't know what the problem is.
Like super bombastic.
Keep in mind, guys,
these are
that's
as true
not
to
me.
form as
That's the
possible
stream
to
itself.
The show voices. So for those of you who are Genlock fans, we hope that we nailed it for you. But otherwise, it's still fun. And I'm loving this Victor skin as well.
Yeah, I mean, Chase is the star, the main character, the one that is focused on the most in the show, if you are familiar with Genlock. And yeah, I think this is another one where it might not be the same voice actor, but does sound very, 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 very on par to Michael B. Jordan's voice acting there. And that's another reason too, folks, if you haven't watched the show yet, the voice acting cast in general, just for the show, on top of the amazing animations and the plot, which is also really good, is just great to watch. You also have David Tennant in there for another character that isn't one of the skins. Just amazing cast, amazing show to watch. So it is really exciting that we got to do a collaboration with Rooster Teeth on this show specifically. Shout outs to them. But yeah, Chase kind of gets done dirty in the beginning from being the hero. I won't spoil it, but he's definitely the all-American hero guy. And I definitely think the Victor rig and weaponry and everything does fit Chase's style exactly. And we're going to take a look at that in game now.
Yeah, big shout out to... Yeah,
I think out of all the skins so far, probably this is the least, like the most underwhelming one.
Weapons.
Weapon looks good. I don't really care for the model though. It doesn't fit Victor really at all.
Yeah, it makes it awesome.
I like the weapon.
A bit of a
the weapon
delay
sounds
here,
cool and looks
don't
really
worry,
cool.
folks. That won't happen when you're in PTS. Just
I don't know. I don't really care for Victor himself. I really don't. I still like his Draconic skins a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, the gun looks great. They
Probably
did
the most
such
underwhelming of the skins
great
so
detail
far.
in making it feel just like
Other
the
two are
Genlock
way
universe.
better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a futuristic feel of like Chase's gun, Valentina's rifle, Camie's knives, and you'll see Kazu's sword coming up too. Even Lex's pistols. Like, it just has this awesome, or Yasmin's pistols. It has this just awesome futuristic feel that you don't get from other weapons for those characters. And they just, Adam, audio, VFX, everyone just did an awesome job making these feel just so cool.
Oh yeah, let's see his ultimate here too. Let's get a little cooldown on there. Oh, I like the beams.
Techie
Ultimate looks really cool.
Sounds
really cool.
Remember the first playtest that audio
I don't
got
know.
put in?
If anything, I'll probably just end up using the weapon from this skin because I don't really care for the skin itself.
That sounded incredible.
Like, if you want something from this skin, it's probably 100% the weapon.
We also show off
there's one of the 3D sprays right there that have special effects and sound effects in game. And then we can show off some of the voice effects as well.
3D sprays that I'll never use.
I'm gonna need you to stay on mute for a minute. Be safe out there. Let loose. Get it? The only me I know. You can't beat my team. You don't have it. Enemies behind us.
Keep in mind, guys, as well, we're going to be getting 5 skins for this event pass, but it's going to cost 750 crystals. We are not going to be getting a refund on the crystals because we only get 400 total. We get the 400 from the event pass, the 50 from the event pass, and the other from the Trials of the Realm. So we're only going to be getting 400 crystals back. So we're still going to be down 350 crystals.
Well, we are going to go into... This is my favorite one.
So if you guys do not want this event pass, you will not 100% be getting refunded. So if you're relying on getting your crystals back for every new event pass, it will not work this pass. For this patch.
I just understand him. And, you know, he plays guitar. It's kind of a, you know... like the cool... I don't know, just overall cool guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Kazu fits in really well, especially with the sword. And this is your level 24 unlock, folks. So,
yeah. Yeah, you'll see in a second, but the effects Rollin put on the sword here, I think makes this my favorite first-person weapon out of the crossover skins.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I really like the elf skin that we did for him before, but this is actually might give me a run for my money as far as what I use when I play him. Just because.
Just show us in game, please. I'm sick of looking at the splash art.
I don't know. It reminds me of those the futuristic, you know, the nano cutter, you know, the nano sword kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then, like, its presentation on screen is just so slick too, because it's just like
this, I don't know that they sit here and explain it the entire time. This splash art has been out for I don't know how long
the
already.
Effects Rollin put on it really
at least 3 weeks. Everybody's already seen the splash art.
And I think it has like a little bit of like, I think you could see it on Cammy's daggers too, where it had this a little bit of like a trailing effect on it. But you'll see once we get in here, but it has that same type of feel too, which really just makes it fun to run around as Zen and swing this thing.
Something that's interesting about this skin in particular is that its voice back is entirely in Japanese. That was an interesting hurdle that we had to tackle, as we generally don't do that, but it should be interesting.
There's certain ways.
The weapon looks great. Shit, that looks cool.
Saying, I believe, too, Nico.
That looks cool.
Yeah,
especially
the text
that
in the bottom
Look
of
at
the
that
chat
real.
box will still be English, or whatever language you have, but the voice line itself is Japanese.
Oh yeah, these effects, you weren't kidding, Brett.
Yeah, it makes this so cool.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they really knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yellow looks great.
It's absolutely
Show me
beautiful.
counter and show me his alt.
Kazu Zen. Am I allowed to call
Counter
him
doesn't
beautiful?
really look that good.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gorgeous.
He's got a flaunt it.
That whirl.
All right, we're gonna see the ultimate here. Dang. Very cool.
Salt looks great.
Yeah, I love those trails that we leave.
I'm fine with Zane getting another skin. The guy, I think this is probably his best skin. This new skin is going to be probably his best skin to date. So I'm fine with it.
Sugoi.
これは真夜中までやってるゲーム中毒野郎のためだな。グッドラック。楽しんでな。最高だった。俺は最強だな。敵は後ろにいるぞ。すげえ。くそ。オッケー。ありがと
う。Alright. ありがとう。
ちょっとしたウォーミングアップだ。
That's awesome. I'm glad we were able to go that route on that.
Yeah, it's so true to the character in the show, so
I don't know.
it's lovely to see. And then our
I
last
still don't think they
level
should have
30. Okay, so
put
this
the
event
event
pass
pass
goes
at
the crossover
750
pass
crystals.
goes
I
to
really
level
don't.
30, and your
I don't
final
think they
unlock
should
will be
increase the
Yasmin,
cost at all. I think it still should be
Lex. So this is
400.
a first for us. We was I think Smite's done it before for skins, but we haven't yet. Is where we make a male character and put a
And
lady
I got a
character on
gender
it using
bender
that
Lex
rig.
skin. This is a girl now.
I assume there
They
were
got
some
turned into a
challenges with
girl.
this because Lex in general has more of a stocky kind of body, and you probably had to alter that, I assume, Brett, to kind of make it work, for a feminine kind of figure. I know Smite, I actually believe Smite had that issue with making some of their, I think they did like Ruby, and when they did that, they had a character that was a woman over a male rig. So
yeah, a lot of it is solved down towards the concept and character modeling end of the pipeline, where if they can get the character sheet and the model to essentially follow the proportions of the original character as best as possible, then that really minimizes any changes that need to be made to the rig and animation down on our end. And they did a great job kind of fitting Yasmin to Lex's proportions and his rig.
And this is different from when you're working with human anatomy. From
Show me it
say,
in game, please.
Did Pepper Pip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
This is going to require more work, right?
Yeah. So for situations like Pip and Pepper, we'll
I don't know, it still kind of looks like a guy. If that's a girl, I'm sorry, but it looks like a guy.
Playing as Pepper,
it really does.
Pip animations. But for Yasmin,
if you ask me, I don't know the difference.
Tried to get them riding as much of Lex as possible. I know one of the things Caitlin, our animators, did was for this first-person reloads, because the gun no longer follows Lex's crystal-based guns. We had to make a new reload since I think it's Lex's original ones open up and vent heat.
I don't know, it looks really boring. The skin just looks really boring.
Animations for that.
Not really many special effects on the
a lot of work
pistols.
Gets solved before it even reaches animation, which is great for us, and we really appreciate the work other departments do. And then we'll do
the entire stream lags out as they try reloading
to accommodate that.
I'm getting serious Magnum vibes from these guns, which is what's my favorite part of the skin.
Yeah, I like that they feel heavy.
I think it's time, guys. I think I'm ready to see Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful.
Give us the new champion now. I'm sick of looking at the skins. I think we have a Vatu skin yet.
Also, before we listen to the voice lines, I wanted to give a shout out to the voice actress for this skin, Lauren, who was super excited to be part of the Paladins universe.
I also like how every time he tries reloading, it lags the stream out.
Who passed recently.
That's two times now he's tried reloading and it lags the stream out.
Big shout out to them.
Yeah, big shout outs. Love the work that you did. The voice pack too just sounds amazing. So she crushed it. So
hearing yes.
Calling it the Union is like calling an execution the freedom. Focus on the goal, just like the ether. Are you even trying to keep up? I've heard a lot about you. Woo-hoo. That is not good. I've seen Union children scarier than you.
Very nice. And
enemies behind us.
I think we have some sprays there too. Are there any that we didn't look at yet that you have loaded there? Oh, there we go. We didn't see that one yet. That one's Valentina's. Very cool. I love the sound effects they put on those as well. We saw that one earlier. The chases. Some of these will be available, folks, to you not only in the event pass, but also via Trials of the Realm, which we'll be going into next. So
before we get away from the Genlock stuff, I do want to give a shout out to each of the 5 characters are getting a new MVP.
If you asked me if I would have thought that skin is a girl skin, I would not even know the difference. Voice pack sounds like a girl, but the skin doesn't. I barely tell the difference. I really don't. Maybe if I actually watched the anime, I would. but I have no idea what Genlock is until now.
Claire really took the lead and immediately started pulling reference images and anything we could to make it so these MVPs that each of these characters are getting are true to who they are in Genlock, but also work on the characters where they're not picked as the Genlock skins. And each one of those are awesome, and Claire was a huge help, just making sure that we had the best understanding of these Genlock characters as we worked on them.
Oh yeah, and just a shout out to those MVPs as well. There are 5 of them, and they are all included for those who purchase the crossover pass. So you will get all 5 MVPs for the 5 different characters skins there. Included in that. Which
so we also got 5 MVP
I don't
poses.
think we've ever done 5 in a pass.
Does that really justify it going up to 750 crystals, though? I don't think it does.
We also have a death stamp that'll be there, which is really cute, featuring Nugget, which is the little animatronic robot that Cammy creates in the show. Nugget is adorable, and there's also a death card featuring Dr. Weller, which is the character that in the show is voiced by, oh my gosh. Said it earlier, and now I'm blanking.
Tenet?
Tenet. Yeah, David Tenet. Thank you. I don't know why my mind blanked. But, yeah. On top of that, you'll get some 3D sprays, avatars, all the skins, all those other things.
Like, I guarantee you half the event pass is still going to be junk.
Getting into some other cool skins coming. Trials of the Realm, continuing, Genlock themed. You will get rewards for this. The first one in Temple Isles unlocks July 21st. Lunar Coast is the last to unlock September 8th. And in this, there will be a loading frame for you called Uptime, and it is Genlock themed. There are 2 avatars, 2 static sprays, and 3 of those really cool with sound effects animated 3D sprays that you will see as well as rewards.
3D sprays I'll never use.
And 300 crystals. And
sprays I'll never use. Avatars I'll never use.
So we hope you've been enjoying those so far. I know it's something newer, so I know the team's been trying to just keep meshing and making it better each time as they can. So with that being said, I want to get into this next really exciting skin though, because we still have a champion.
Is this the new Vatu skin?
Close to. It's heating up. It's heating
Predator
up. It's
Vatu or whatever it is.
You know, you ask when you're finding an Easter egg if you're warm or cold. We're getting hot. We're getting hotter. Okay. On getting to this new champion. But let's talk about Vatu. Vatu came to us in the last update, right?
I mean, that shouldn't be the case, though. Technically, if it's a collaboration,
and we're getting
they don't pay them for a collaboration.
His inner abyssal demon, I believe, in this skin, if I'm not
what
mistaken,
it is, it's a collaboration effort. Like, they both are trying to make money.
Not quite splash art yet.
Not quite abyssal with a capital A abyssal necessarily, but
I want to see this in game.
I can already tell. Maybe it's just me, but I can already tell
first skin, guys.
This is
first Vatu
his
skin.
first skin that wasn't in his release update, but it is already probably the only Vatu skin I will ever be equipping.
Mm-hmm.
It is just gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. They need to show Re. I'm kind of just sick of the skins.
And this will be available for
like all the other shit that they showed us so far.
Too, and take a look. But for those wondering,
like that's the only thing I'm really
There's going to be
interested in to this point.
The Pandemonium chest is the one that you'll be able to.
I mean, this looks good. It looks really good.
July 21st. So we'll take a look at this abyssal.
This reminds me of something out of like Smite. I think Smite had some type of skin that looked really similar to this.
And as you show off some of his effects,
I think it was like Cultist, Chronos or something.
The voice pack that we will then hear after the effects. But essentially, this is one of my favorite characters to create.
Is this locked behind a chest though? Is this a direct purchase or is this locked behind a chest?
Was just the right mix of like slightly uncomfortable, creepy. That I was nailing it. I asked a couple people on the team, hey, what do you think of this audition? And they said, it kind of made me uncomfortable. And I was like, that's what I was going for. So I think it turned out really well. And yeah, the green, the color motif, even the serrated kunai.
The effects and everything look great.
Yeah, the faces on the
I just don't think I'm going to be one of those people that just plays Vatu enough to invest in getting skins for them.
Creepy, but in a good way.
I think the only thing I'm going to try getting is the golden skin. Apart from that, I don't know if I'll get any skins.
When I go to the Abyss. I mean, I don't know why we're really trying to go to the Abyss anyways, but definitely don't want to run into him.
Yeah, this is incredible. Art-wise, I apologize if I get any
Like the
of these
effects and
mixed up,
everything
but
look
I believe
great.
this
Sound
was
effects are great.
concept-wise a Thunderbrush special.
It just comes down to if it's 800 direct
Weapons were
purchase
done
or if
by
it's locked
Adam,
behind a
and I
chest.
believe the model was done by Scott. Again, I apologize if I mix anyone up, but yeah, this skin was. I think the first time the team started seeing it, we were like, "Oh, this was just a step up from just raising the quality bar for us as skins." It's actually pretty funny, and if we get a third-person shot of this, he does have extra arms attached to him, which early on we were concerned might be a problem with them just kind of clipping him through his torso or his head during his animation sets. The first test we got in of him being rigged on this skin, the arms worked extremely well, and there was like very minimal things we had to tweak on it, and this skin just came together so well.
I should make it so that this skin only has triple the number of kunai thrown, just because it has triple the sets of hands.
Yeah, I wish we could.
Also, I don't know if we're getting golden skins this patch. Hopefully, we are. I forgot to look.
Have 4 extra arms come in.
I don't know if you guys have looked at the patch notes. Are we getting any golden skins? I forgot. I didn't look when I was looking at the patch notes.
I don't believe we have time to really.
I kind of just quickly scrolled through the balance, and I didn't really look at anything else.
Production whispers into our ear. I think that's okay.
So I think we do get a couple voice lines.
Okay, yeah, we do. We're good. We're good.
Violence.
There's a lot of stuff that needs skins. Atlas, Cassie, Willow, Pip. Just to name a few. There's a bunch of champions in the game that haven't had a skin in forever.
You are wonderful. You are wonderful. I am violence.
I really like the voice pack. That's really badass. Reminds me of something out of like Doom.
You're right, Nico.
Like something from Doom Eternal.
But in a good way. I love it.
Nailed it.
The next one we're going into is we have Toothache Eevee. So for
which is
those
just a
of you
recolor.
who
This is not a new
weren't
skin,
able to
guys.
get
It's
the
just a
reward
recolor because they're
last
lazy.
year Of Sweet Shop
Lazy.
Eevee, this is
Eevee?
Just screams laziness. Screams laziness.
Variation of this skin, and again, we were talking earlier about how the Bounty Store coming back will have Event Pass exclusives. So anyone who buys the crossover pass for Genlock will get the skin for free with the Bounty Store, I believe, or not for free, right? It's. I believe I'm misspoken there, Nico. It is, they will have the ability to use bounty coins to purchase this, whereas other people, if they do not have the event or crossover pass, will not be able to.
Yeah, this is an event pass exclusive. I'm not exactly certain how it combines with the crossover pass in particular, but it is available in the Just Desserts chest and as an event pass.
Exclusive for the bounty
well.
store.
I feel bad for anybody that pays 400 in the chest.
Yeah, not
I really do.
crossover pass. Just
400 crystals for a
So we're going
recolor.
to take a look at her in game, just to see.
Skin's looking pretty sweet.
It's a recolor, guys. It's a
I'm
recolor.
going to put you on ice for that one.
Oh no.
I can't come up with puns that quickly.
So lazy to make another Eevee skin because they're afraid it's going to fail, that they have to take one that they gave away for free and make it into a recolor, and then try throwing it behind a chest to make more money on it. That's how petty these guys are.
Honestly.
Who is going to pay 400 for this?
And the sprinkles is just the cherry on top, so to speak.
Gonna have to go. Dang it, Nico. I'm gonna have to go get some soft serve after this. Yeah, those colors.
They're showing it off like it's an exact new skin. This isn't a new skin. This ain't new. Why are they sitting here and wasting our time?
Season.
This isn't new.
Able to get them that, but
They're acting like it's brand new skin.
Yeah, we'll take a look at a couple of voice lines real quick.
We ain't that
and then
stupid.
We'll be moving on here, and we are almost at that time. You know.
West Bomb King's favorite candy. A warhead. Good luck. Don't get in too much trouble. I heard. Ooh, I don't know.
Same voice pack as the Sweet's not new.
Right. Well,
why are they thinking it's a new voice pack? It's not. Same thing.
Just to let you folks know too, there's going to be.
That's
we're
not a
gonna
new
show this on
skin.
screen, but it's in
They're
the
trying to
update
fool
note.
you guys. Don't fall for it.
There's a 50th champion celebration avatar that will be available through a special acquisition upon the launch of Ray, who we will be getting to right in
and
a
the stream
second.
buffers
We're
again.
Just go through the chests.
That's not me. That's
for this
them.
Update. We have 3 new ones. We have the Pandemonium chest, the Just Desserts chest, and the Relics of War chest. And the new skin that is in the Pandemonium chest is Mayhem Vatu, and you'll also be able to get Draconic Fighter Victor, Draconic Enforcer Khan, High Priestess Ying, Demonette Maeve, Dark Monarch Leon, Seeping Corruption Grover, and the Wing Drake mount in that. Just Desserts.
Can you just show us Ree already?
Sugar Plum Willow, Cuddling Moji, Trick or Treat Talus, Street Style Ash, Pumpkin Bomb King, Stellar Protector Io, and Merrymaker Dredge. And then in the Relics of War chest, you're going to be able to get Reaver Victor, Battlesuit Eagle Eye Kinessa, Battlesuit Godslayer, Androxus, Legionnaire Atlas.
I gotta go through and read everything off. I think we can look at the patch notes.
And Galactic Conqueror Vora. So those 3 will be coming to you in this next update. And no further ado, do we have Ray ready to be shown off?
Oh, it's not Ray, it's Ray. It's Ray. I guess I was saying it wrong the entire time.
Amazing.
I'm actually gonna turn this off. I don't know. Part of me just wants to mute this because I might end up getting copyrighted. The last time I played the champion reveal trailer, I got copyrighted during the stream, so like, I'm pretty sure you guys have already saw it. It doesn't matter. I just don't want to get my video taken down.
I just love the stop animation style that they use for those trailers so much. Yeah. I think it looks great.
Glow is the production studio that handles that, and they've just been absolutely killing it with Octavia's.
They think the trailer is so good. That was probably one of the worst trailers they've put out in recent memory. Every trailer they've been putting out is worse and worse.
Get a glow.
It was 35 seconds of nothing. That's what it was.
In this art style, and it's just awesome to see these story elements coming together.
Oh yeah, and this is a character.
You compare it to Smite. Morgan Le Fay probably had one of the best reveal trailers they've done in recent memory. And then you compare it to Smite, and they've just blow them out of the water.
She is
that's like nothing compared to Smite.
The way she is to being where she resides in House Ico, but she is Lepori from the Burrows.
I'm ready to see her in game. Show us in game.
We will take a look. Our first look at her in game. I think now, maybe. Okay, we'll give a couple seconds, but I will also like to point out too. You know, there's a big focus as well with her on just kind of matching that kind of Leon aesthetic too, since like they are close. They are, you know, besties. Like, you know, bestie please. But yeah. I love that Ray didn't necessarily come from House Ico, but when she's there, that she's formed such a deep bond with Leon, and they are, you know, the way that I think Nico explained it too is like they are close, but they also have reasons to also be using each other in a way, you know, because Ray is able to get all this knowledge as well from the libraries.
Yeah. I believe Bunny Mage was more of a concept before the Ico part got introduced, and then we just slowly kind of pushed in, we'll make her part of House Ico, make her an Ico Mage. And then that kind of contributed to her appearance and her aesthetic, which made her appearance great.
Here we go.
Here she is. Ray, the scholar of House Ico.
Now, Kevin, care to elaborate on some lore here?
And she looks good in game.
Yeah, I'll give you the.
She looks really good.
The quick rundown, and then you can check out.
She even has her own walk and shit. Like,
later we can talk more in depth about
usually when it's these type of champions, they go all out because they know they're a real moneymaker. Do not expect anything less.
Who has kind of has now a mutual understanding with Leon. They have become fast friends and faster allies, right? And she is a seeker of knowledge who is serving as a companion to Leon when she's not off doing anything else that would, you know.
I don't know why the.
Her goal is to be, you know, to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
There's something wrong with their audio too. Like it went from being really loud to being super quiet. I don't know what the problem is. That's on their end.
That House Ico can provide to her to.
You can barely hear Necro.
At the tippy top of the arcane mastery that nobody else in the realm has, while at the same time providing, you know, services or benefits to House Ico as kind of their mage, their scholar, their knowledge seeker. You know, she'll work with Khan, as you saw in the trailer, occasionally. Although, you know, Khan and she might have kind of a long-suffering relationship, a little bit of friendly ribbing. The general, you know, ray trace, so to speak, of her.
Okay, well, I guess that was their stream.
What a ray of sunshine.
I don't know what that was.
I do want to give shout outs to
like completely froze and went to a black screen for like a split second. I don't know what that was.
Did that amazing skip that we saw when we first loaded in. I was point on the first person animations that you're seeing now, and the whole team helped out on Ray, and everyone has a chunk of making her personality really shine.
Romanov, if you like, we can start going through her abilities as well.
Like she's way taller than Io too. She is taller than Io. Io looks way smaller compared to her.
2,200 health, and her weapon is just, you know, her hands, sigil.
It must be their stream too. It sounds like really static. I'm not sure if that's on you guys, but I think it's 100% their stream.
Sure, we can show off her in-hand as well. So, and as we do that,
their audio, there's something wrong with their audio.
Energy, so our cameraman can send that downtown towards Fernando. But as we do that, we can. So this is.
They're just her base autos. It's like they do 450.
Tail end of production, so you get a little bit of Nico flavor. So designed by another one of our fantastic designers, Adonis, who, for those of you who have not heard, is no longer with high res. He's off pursuing greener pastures. Although that's more of a cow thing than a rabbit thing, right? So greener, oranger carrots, whatever. But so yeah, so we'll start with Sigil. We have that in hand, 6 ammo, fires out a magical ball of energy, dealing 450 damage every 0.7 seconds. Her alternate fire, Chain Heal, is manifesting arcane forces, sending them outward, chaining between allies, and healing them for 500 per bounce. Now,
Chain Heal, that's new.
We will
Chain
talk about
Heal.
Spirit Link later, but essentially, Spirit Linked allies will be healed for 30% more. And this is kind of a different take. You know, as we make new champions and new ways.
How buggy is that going to be on release as well? Usually, if it's the stuff that bounces around, it's really buggy. There's going to be a million bugs.
Semi-traditional chain heal versus, for example, an AoE heal or a direct heal or shared healing, anything like that. I'm actually going to skip to ability 2 before we do her.
Oh, the stream is lagging again.
Real quick.
It's going. The quality keeps phasing in and out.
Ourselves to an ally or an enemy, and while linked to an ally, you heal them for, I believe it's actually less than the number on the patch notes right now, but the patch note shows 200. We heal them for 50 per tick right now. Obviously, numbers can change for the first BTS cycle, and grant them 1% ultimate charge every 1 second.
So she has the ability to give you 1% ultimate charge every 1 second. That is insane.
Something to note with Spirit Link, it is not permanent. It will break if you break line of sight for a duration, or get.
So it's also not infinite. So if you're out of line of sight, it breaks.
Kind of the cool warning color change before that happens when linked to an ally.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brett, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Kevin. I was just gonna say this is probably the most complicated part of developing her, that we really had to figure out early whether she was going to. We knew she was going to link with.
They're probably going to end up having to nerf that down to like 0.5% or like 0.25% alt charge every 1 second, because if that's the case, that's going to be broken with a certain amount of champions.
Spirit object.
There's already champions in the game that have their alt like within 30 seconds. You add that to them, they're going to be.
This little orb that stays with her, so that
that's going to be needing to be nerfed.
Her casting things, and Kyle, our tech artist, had a lot.
Would not be surprised if that gets changed.
So that, like, we have different animations for when you summon the orb, when you recast the orb, when you can break the orb, and just like Rollin working on.
Like, it doesn't heal that much, but it just gives them ultimate charge.
And just the whole screen presentation of this was really decided early on, which was a huge help, and it came out great for her.
We do have some targeting logic on the chain heal to target low health allies, so there's a little bit of logic there as well. And then with the Spirit Link, we can also show off her defensive, which is called Envelop. So Envelop, this is another new mechanic, something that we'll love feedback on. But Envelop is a defensive that reduces the maximum amount of damage that you can take in a single instance of damage to 275 per instance. The duration is fairly short at 3 seconds, and it increases your movement speed by 40% as well. If you envelop while you are linked to an ally, spirit linked to an ally, they are also enveloped. So just to clarify,
so what is this, something like a Torvald bubble with a shorter duration, or
less than 275 damage per bullet, it will do nothing for you besides give movement speed. If you take damage from, for example, a Fusillade.
So pretty much what this is, guys, it's a Torvald bubble that you can cast on yourself, and if you're linked with somebody with your
this is a different way to
with your, I think not your alternate fire, but your other ability. It'll also give them a pretty much a free damage reduction for, I think, like 2 or 3 seconds. It's pretty much like a DR type of ability. It's not a shield, it's just damage reduction.
From Cassie shots as well for that duration.
See how he's linked with the Fernando, and they both get the damage reduction if they're both linked for the 2 seconds.
And you'll see the VFX. I absolutely love the VFX. Our cameraman's going to keep Fernando alive while I'm talking. I'll try to make this quick. Alright, so Vivify unleashes a burst of energy to your linked ally. You have to be linked to somebody to use her ultimate. Making them immune to damage for 2 seconds, and then healing them for 100.
It kind of reminds me of Corvus. Like, she plays really similar to Corvus. Just instead of having 2 marks, I guess with 1 mark. Yeah, I guess you can play Corvus with 1 mark too, but like, she's kind of similar to Corvus, where the majority of the game you're going to be wanting to link with somebody.
Let's see it.
And you're going to want to be in line of sight.
I'm pretty happy with how this one came out.
Her heals are obviously a little bit better than Corvus, but you're not split healing like the majority of the time either.
Oh crap moment. I need to save you right now.
I think having damage reduction too was way better. Like, you can give ultimate charge every time you link with somebody. You're giving them 1% ultimate charge every 1 second. That's actually broken. That's gonna need to be nerfed.
And she's not even out yet.
It was much.
Not be surprised if during the PTS that they nerf that, because that's gonna be really broken if that goes to live.
In playtest, Yaguraths would just go to full health.
Something that our cameraman was showing off there is it does require you to be linked to an ally to use the ultimate, right? And using it will affect your linked target, not the person you are looking at. So just to be clear, it's not an aimed ultimate here.
Show us her ultimate, please. We haven't even gotten to her ult yet.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Now, we do have, some more time here, Nico. Maybe go over some of the talents that she has as well.
Yeah, they already showed her ultimate. I'm not sure. Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Her variation color and golden.
So her default talent is called Extension. This increases the range at which the chain heal, your alt fire, will bounce between allies by 40%. This is, you take this if you are not going to be playing super grouped up, if you just want a more comfortable ease of healing experience.
So you can link with somebody you can walk way farther away from. That's what her first talent pretty much is. So if you link with somebody, or you can throw your heal out to them in a longer range, you'll have 40% more range. So you won't have to be as close to heal them or be linked with them.
We want your feedback, so go ahead and give that in the proper channels. But level 2 restraint, while envelop is active, and you are linked to an enemy, prevent them from healing. So if I link to...
So now you can actually link to an enemy, and you can prevent them from healing. That's broken.
3 seconds. They are unable to be healed for that duration.
That's
this will
broken.
break on things that make you untargetable. Ethereal states, damage absorptions, that kind
That's
of
going to need to be reworked. That's broken.
Is for the
Look at the duration. You can't heal during the entirety of that. If you're linked to somebody, you cannot heal them.
Make sure you
that's
get that
broken.
preventing healing while envelop is active. You also have to burn your defensive to do that. So, and Ray's final talent at level 8 is called Focus. This one is, as I think it was colloquially known within the team as Beefy Link. Spirit Link's cooldown is increased to 6 seconds. So it is a cooldown now, rather than something that you swap pretty quickly. And it only lasts for 2 seconds. It's no longer persistent, but its base effects are tripled. And that means, let me be clear, it's not any of the cards, and it's not any of the other effects that happen with Spirit Link necessarily. It is the base effects. So the healing and the energy charge will be increased. In addition to the slow and the damage that you deal against an enemy with Spirit Link active.
I don't know. I think that'll... Like, she has really good talents. Like, all of her talents, I think, can have some type of use. First one you're going to use if you're just playing with, like, casual noobs, because they're never going to stay in line of sight or be close to you to get healed.
Yeah, and that covers, I think...
Like, the second one's just going to be downright broken as, like, a double support, or, like, playing as a DPS or something that just, like, restricts them from healing. And this one here, now you have it on a cooldown, but your effects are multiplied by 3 times. So you're going to be giving him 3% ult charge every 1 second if you're linked to him. And then it's on a cooldown now. So instead of just like a resource, it's a cooldown.
That is not where you put your bugs.
6 second cooldown.
A PTS bug channel separately, but for feedback specifically,
I don't know.
We will have that there. So make sure you tune in if that is something you'd be interested in contributing to this update, folks.
This means that they're verified.
Ray. Let's listen to a couple of her voices.
Or like they're like a real person or whatever.
Probably take care of these Cassie auto fires.
Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything. I think the majority of the people that have check marks are like huge streamers or like the devs themselves or like AOC members. That's the only people that have check marks. Somebody that has like a like some type of status, whether like a dev or like an AOC member or something, they usually get check marks.
Still one more terrorizing the realm right now.
Just so you know they're legit and they're not like somebody trying to like imposter or something. I think that's what it's for.
You know, can't be a bestie when she's just shooting off like that. So.
I commissioned an art piece the other day. I call it ray tracing. Good luck, everyone. Let's have some fun. You're amazing. You should join House Psycho. Top of my class. Thank you. Chase the enemy. Spread out. Retreat. Help. Help. Group up. Clearly, none of you have ever been near a library. Good luck, everyone. No, not that.
Voice pack legit sounds the exact same as Moji's, but just a little bit like higher tone and like a little bit less childish. That's pretty much what it sounds like.
And yeah, so this is gonna be the season pass skin for those.
Oh wow, guys! Another season pass skin to try getting your money and scamming you out of $35.
This is unlocked.
Don't do it.
Your Beach Bunny skin, and it is unlocked through the season pass 2021. And this
don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
After the season pass 2021.
Wasting your money.
So yeah, I mean, look, she got Moji there. She hasn't forgotten about fellow Lapori, out there, and she is just having a blast sunbathing. But
I want them to show us this skin in game. Show me in game.
Shade with that hat, very cute, very, very, very cute. What do y'all think?
I love it.
Oh, and we do have a look at it in game, just so we can see it. Since it is a little different in a couple ways from the base skin, just the general look of it.
I don't know. I think if they wanted to actually move Season Pass and sell the Season Pass, they should have made this a 2-piece bikini and not a 1-piece.
look.
That's just
but
if I'm being completely blunt and honest with them.
Psycho. Like it still
It still looks really cool. I'm sure there's going to be people that just fork out, what is it, $40 for the season pass just for one skin. Just like the people that did for the Furious skin. It's not worth $35, guys. You're wasting your money.
I just love the color palette. I love the kind of fiery look to this. This is her Harvest.
Like if they really wanted to move event pass or not event pass, season passes, they should have made that like a two-piece bikini.
Gold or 200 crystals.
Like an old style one-piece bikini that, I don't know, at least me personally, that would have made me buy it maybe. I probably wouldn't have bought it anyways because I don't have $35 to waste on one skin.
Last but not least,
there's the recolor, you can buy it for 60,000 gold. There's the golden skin.
For reaching mastery level 50 with Ray. We know certain people try to max their new characters.
Oh, well, if you already have the season pass, you're going to automatically unlock that then. Props to you, bro. I think that's what they said. If you already have the season pass, you already unlock that skin, so you're gonna have that skin on release.
Gold makes it pop even more with the design in her, robes. So I really enjoy.
I guess that's just a bonus.
Overall, folks, we're getting close to the end here.
The reason why they do that too is because the season pass, I think, is one of the things that they sell the least of. They have a really good time selling the event passes and like the chests. There's people that roll the shit out of chests for skins and shit, but I think the thing they sell the least of and they have a hard time selling is the season pass. That's why they constantly add these like bait type skins just to get your money.
Last time was so hard to just limit it down to 10. And with the addition of animated,
it's not worth $35. It is not.
It's gonna be even harder.
I think you also get like an MVP pose and I think like an extra recolor.
Get it down
on top of that for like probably another new champ in the future or whatever, but it's not worth.
We had to choose from like the top, I don't know, like 15 or 20 at the end for like the top 10 that ended up, being in the game for our community chest. So if you haven't already, that's on the paladins.com/news page.
Do we have any other golden skins? Are we really not getting a golden skin for this patch? No golden Victor, no golden Khan.
At least I hope the patch note show has been rabbiting. That wasn't very good. I'll jump off of that. But anyway, so all jokes aside, I do hope we put a lot of effort into this patch. This is a mid-season. It's larger than usual. We had
I don't know what the problem was.
Potentially significant changes.
I don't know. The audio was good, and now it's like really low. That has to be on their end. I didn't really change anything.
I hope you guys are too. Please feel free to leave feedback. We love to hear from you, and I really hope you enjoy this patch.
Yeah, it's been a very hair-raising update, if I can say so myself. But Brett, any final words?
Like, if I'm being honest, for the new champion, like like I said earlier,
make sure you follow him, folks.
Like when it's one of those waifu type champions, like they know it's gonna be one of those champions that makes them a ton of money. They go all out. They went all out with Ray.
It's been awesome watching it develop.
They did not hold anything back when creating her, doing everything that they did to put her into the game.
Let us know what you think. We love.
They know she's gonna be a money maker for years to come. Just like Io, just like a lot of the other type of champions similar to Maeve, just like Eevee.
For her,
I guess not really Eevee. She hasn't got a single skin in forever.
Like we share it all internally with the team. Like we all see it.
I guess Ying, Saris, similar to them.
The amount of love that Ray received, and just how good a lot of this early fan art was when like our community hasn't even seen the fully detailed form of Ray. It was just really exciting to see, and we'll keep our ears open for how everyone likes.
He's gonna have a lot of changes in the PTS, though. A lot of changes. If they release her like just what they explained, like into the game right now, she'd probably be the most busted sport ever.
My pleasure to be here with these folks.
The ability to give people 1% all charge every 1 second.
To date. So we look forward to seeing you next time. And
like restricting people from healing as long as you're linked to them. It has pretty much an infinite duration as long as you're out of line of sight. The only time it breaks is if you go far away or if you're out of line of sight. Otherwise, it's constantly on them. That's going to need to be changed or nerfed. I don't know. Like, if you guys are watching this after the fact too, if you guys watch this entire this entire live reaction / discussion too after the fact on the channel, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Would really love to hear what you guys think. We got a Smite update show. If you guys are interested in Smite's going to be in, I think, about 3 hours. Smite update show for the mid-season patch for Smite. So, got a Stranger Things Battle Pass, a bunch of new item changes, and a bunch of new items added to the game. A ton of new skins. A bunch of stuff for Smite. Like, half of the stuff they didn't even show on the update show. They showed about 5 things, at least balance-wise, on the update show. There's about, I think, like 5 to 10 pages worth of balance on the patch notes alone. I don't know. I'm going to be probably having to break it down into 2 videos. I'm going to be doing a video about Re, and then going over the Genlock event pass and all the new skins. And then I'm probably going to have to do a video on the balance alone, because otherwise I'll be sitting here for an hour. So, I don't know, guys. Like expect probably like 4 videos. Probably just today alone. So one explaining Re and going through the Genlock Battle Pass. And then another for the balance alone, and then I got Smite. We're going to be doing Smite. I'm going to have to break down those patch notes. There's probably going to be about 1,000 pages of Smite patch notes. I don't know. So yeah, probably at least 4 videos at like the very minimum. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by. But I'm going to end it here. Not really too much else to talk about. Just going to take a break and then wait for the Smite update show in a couple hours. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. So, I might be streaming later, I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks for stopping by, guys.